Hello from Nibru, Ireland. Paulie back in the studio. Hope everybody's keeping nice and safe today, more than anything else. 25th of February. 2 months ago, it was actually Christmas Day, which is hard to believe. Anyway, Paulie back in the driving seat, and we're back in the studio today. And I hope you're keeping well. And thanks to everybody again for getting in touch with us yesterday. Now, today's video is all about my little trip out to Dublin Airport. Nice and dark location, and 8:40 around that time last night when I recorded our little friend Venus. And in this video I'm going to put the videos are going to be put up, and also you're going to see the original photographs from God knows who puts them up. And are they real photographs? I don't think so, but they're from the Hubble telescope, so they must be real. Anyway, ladies and gents, hope everybody is well, and say hello to Dalai Mama. And those 3,000-mile long clouds are full of nanoparticles bounced around by numerous microwave stations. Hawaii has one of the largest on the naval base there. Look for videos from Never Lose Truth, Jim Lee, and older videos from Rev Mitchell Hopkins, who show thousands of underwater microwave installations called Tesla Tech Arrays. And for more, you can read the post from Dalai Mama. And thanks for getting in touch. Big Toe Terrier, Mike Morale's YouTube channel, Above Ground World News. Thanks, Big Toe. Watched this morning, brilliant. And there's that many channels that sometimes you just forget. Anyway, listen, I hope you enjoyed the video today, because it's what happened last night. And you can see Dublin Airport is in the background. I'm actually 1 mile away from the air traffic control tower. In the distance, you'll see it on the right hand side, air traffic control. I will be zooming in just to show people the difference of zooming into an airplane from that location as it takes off, to zooming into the air traffic control tower, to zooming into Venus. Saladin 28, too many clouds out now, waiting for a view of Venus. Got the scope out of the storage and all. And, well, you're not going to get much today because the 3,000-mile cloud is over Ireland. And if you live in Ireland, forget about it, as we continue with sleet, snow and rain. And, of course, thanks for getting in touch, Saladin 28. Gary Proctor, hi Paulie, it's the dragon that drags all the weather around with it. Soon the rain will be hot and you'll be able to have a shower outside for free. And last time the dragon flew past over Ireland and the UK, then Bolivia, was a few years ago. Anyway, you can go in and read up Gary Proctor's great piece on it. So thanks for getting in touch, letting us know about 56 BC. And I can't remember 10 years ago, so putting up BCs and telling us that a planet is 38 million miles away, and telling us that the dinosaurs were 650 million years ago. It's never changed. In fact, since I was a child, it's been 650 million years ago, and it's never went up by 1 year. So, if that makes sense. Anyway, thanks to everybody for getting in touch. If you have any type of weird video you want to send me over, of course, you can send it over. That will be analysed by our friends in Google. And of course, the Google address is nibruireland@gmail.com, nibruireland@gmail.com, where I'm sure the team over in Silicon Valley would love to see what you have to offer. And just be careful, because everything is traceable, as we all know. Now, ladies and gents, they lock down the people now over in Spain, in one of the little islands where people holiday, and all of a sudden everybody now is locked down for 2 weeks. A little bit difficult if you're trying to get back to wherever you come from. So now we've got Austria, and we've got Italy, we've got Spain, some of the Middle East countries. It's shocking to see all these videos, by the way, with everybody wearing a mask. Do you notice what they're not wearing? Stop me. But I always thought wearing gloves, touching people, holding money, that everything can be passed, germs can be passed by touching. And they tell everybody that the Corona-19, there's a number 19 on it now, so they've jazzed it up a little bit, like they've jazzed up global warming to climate change. So they've jazzed her up now to COVID-19. And don't ask me where they got the 19 from. Maybe that's the date it started in December. Or the flu. The date the flu started. So remember, ladies and gents, if you've had the flu before, that's all it is. And make sure you keep your hands clean and wear gloves. That's all I can advise you. Now in the background you can see the zoom in of the air traffic control tower. And as I said, you can see it's out of focus. It takes me a little bit of time to get in focus. There's a plane taking off. That's probably a couple of miles now away at this stage. Not too far away from the airport. Look at the LED lights all over the plane. Now, if I stood underneath that plane at the airport, they'd be glowing as they flash. The same way you look out the window when you're in the departures lounge and you see the planes outside with the lights flashing. Big LEDs. Yeah? Now, this video is all about showing you about the other big LED, or wherever it is. Or sorry, Venus. That's right, the other one. That's up there. But we won't be seeing it today again. Now, look on the right-hand side. Look at the glow. The sun bounces off it. Obviously, people will say, look, that's the sun. But I actually rang Air Traffic Control Tower from the location. 8141111. Now the number inside out. Dublin Airport. Air Traffic Control. Bring them up. And you ask them, what's that out the window? And the girl says to me on the phone, well, that's Venus. So that's where we are. Everybody's sort of an expert on Venus. And we all have to sit there and listen. So ladies and gents, we're going to sort of wrap things up now in a couple of minutes because we will be going over the time. And of course, we try and keep everything under wraps. So let's pray, everybody, that all the countries don't get it. Because remember, ladies and gents, they have been spraying for the last few weeks heavily. And that's all nanoparticles that's after coming down. Let's say they mix it and it falls down, goes into your immune system. People get the flu. They put a fancy name on it. Okay? The same way as the Ice Book Challenge started once upon a time with one guy, then the whole world done it. So it's very easy with social media now to create. Remember, you've got a virus in your pocket. That's right. Everybody has a virus in their pocket called a mobile phone. That's right. And that signal has to get into your pocket. Isn't it amazing when you take it out of your pocket and it shows you it's on full bars? It's on full bars in your pocket as well. So, ladies and gents, just be careful because you've already got a virus. That virus is called a mobile phone or tablet or computer that you can't live without, including me. I've got the virus as well. You've got the virus. Everybody's got the virus. We've all got it. Actually, at one stage, I had 2 viruses in my pockets. 2 of them. But then people thought I was a drug dealer. You've 2 phones, so you must be a drug dealer. So now I told everybody that one was actually for my business and the other one is actually for my personal life. And they couldn't understand that. Now, ladies and gents, we've got our good friends in Korea. Begins with S and ends in G. Sam. That's right, that company that makes mobile phones, ladies and gents. Now we can put 2 SIM cards in and run them at the same time. Isn't it amazing? So, folks, thanks to everyone again. I want everyone to get in touch. Don't be worrying about the thumbs up, thumbs down. Couldn't care less, as everybody knows. And the reason why I do all these videos is to watch the numbers. Watch yesterday's video. What did I call it yesterday? Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. 80 views. Let's take him out of his box and put him into a matchbox. Make the box smaller. You know, it's like the cell with the walls that close in. You know them walls that close in the cell? It's called YT. The prison is called YT. And if you're in Ireland, it's a smaller prison. That's it, ladies and gents. Paulie, you must be paranoid. No. But you were right on the letter P. P for professional. Professional. Yours truly gives you the information that nobody else wants to give you. And that 3,000 mile storm that's travelling across the Atlantic as we speak. If you notice, they've switched it off now. If you go into the apps and go back over the Mississippi, everything's quiet at the moment while they get ready for the next load. And we'll be bombarded again with a load more storms. And that keeps everyone on their toes as they get flooded down in the country in Ireland. And they don't know what to do. And they're scratching each other's head and they're looking at each other. And then, of course, the big magic two words come out at the end of everybody's conversation. Climate change. Climate change. No. These floodings have always happened in them locations all over Ireland. As long as I'm alive, I've been watching the same places flooding. And they're right beside rivers, by the way. And if too much rain comes down from the mountain, the river overflows, like when you fill up a basin. And it overflows if you keep the tap running. Now, forgive me, I'm not a professor, but if you run the bat and put the stopper in, and it just keeps on going up and up and up, it'll eventually come over the bat. Now, my mother said I should have been a scientist, but that's the best you're going to get today. And I'm thinking, the world is exactly the same as that. It's like a basin that just keeps on filling up and filling up and filling up, except it's not water, it's BS. And like today's video, something that's interesting that people actually want to hear, that's not mainstream media, will only get 80 views or 100 views. But that's where we were before I stopped doing the videos. And if you notice, ladies and gents, that I come back a couple of months later to the same thing again. So, as I told everybody, if I was friends with the chief on the mothership, and I even told him, come down to Ireland, and I'll meet you out in the countryside. And come down, land the mothership. I know it's huge, land it, and I'll bring the camera with me and I'll record it and I'll put it up on YouTube. Let everybody see it. In fact, you might bring me onto the ship and we'll have a cup of coffee. Yeah? 80 views. Now who's crazy? That's right, ladies and gents. Now who's crazy? And if you want to listen to something interesting tonight before you go to bed, tune in to Classic Hits 4FM, to the Niall Boylan Show. Go onto the website 4FM, click on podcasts, and click on the one about the star in the sky. Ta-da! Yours truly. That's right, that's Paulie. And then see what you can do about that. Because the problem is, when it's live on the radio, no censorship. No. And you know it's even better when you know the host very, very well. Because he's not going to cut me off. He's my friend. So Niall, thank you very much. It's a pleasure going on your show. And the beauty of Mr. Boylan is that he's into all this as well. So I will be back on the radio station again. And if you want to listen back to the podcast, you can tune in to 4FM, to the Niall Boylan Show. 4FM, I think it's .com. And just click on the podcast, have a listen to it. In the meantime, I'm going to Venus, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. So thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for sending over the emails. And as I said, this is not everybody's cup of tea. I'm back again to annoy everybody, and especially them little muppets over in SF. That's right. And when you're finished work tonight, go out and help out all the people on Skid Row. See yous.